That's one of the top reality checks of the season. Yeah, maybe we will rank them on.
There's a lot of knowledge in there.
I know. That was really good.
Sometimes he doesn't get the credit he deserves, but that was really, really
wow.
good.
Yeah, that's
How much did that cost, Shaq, right there? That must have been
damn, Shaq.
All right, so the Patriots have played in half the Super Bowls since Tom Brady took over as the starter. What's the most impressive thing about the Patriots dynasty, Steve?
You know, as a player, I'll just put it out there as a player, you just get you kind of get sick and tired of it. You just got to go, man, these guys they always have it right. But now just sitting here, looking at it, looking at the numbers as an analyst, I'm really just like, this is pretty cool. This is pretty awesome. When you dive deep into it, you see players that they've had on a roster, right? The one key thing in Demeshek's thing, which was cool, is a little nugget that I heard from an older player is Jackie Slater. He was a Rams offensive lineman for years to come, and he would always do heads as a coin flip because he said, the Lord is the head of my house, and that's how I will lead. And Matthew Slater, what does he do? He goes, and they do the coin toss for the overtime, and Drew says, Matthew always calls heads. Just basically what he's saying is Coach Belichick understands all of his players. The same thing that we're talking about with Sean McVay. He relates. You don't think he does, but he does. Every moving piece on the chessboard, he knows how they move, what's their weaknesses, but also what their strengths. Too many times in football, we constantly look at their weaknesses, which is why the combine is what it is, but we sometimes don't value the strengths higher. And that's what I think he does better than anybody else.
Well, I mean, we're in the salary cap era. The rules are put in place so that these dynasties don't happen. And they still continue to reinvent themselves year after year after year. I mean, they play the longest season almost every single year, and they still manage to have an off season, come back, and do it all over again. And I think the hardest part, and Steve, we talked about it before about some of your older Super Bowl teams, right? We thought we were going to go back. We thought, oh, we got here this year. You know, we could just ride this wave on for the next couple of years. That isn't the case. You have to every single year reinvent yourself. And the fact that the New England Patriots keep that hunger. Like after you win one, after you win two, you're like, okay, you know, I done made it. Human nature says, I'm content. I'm good. I don't need to do this no more. But Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, they keep the hunger over and over and over. It's amazing. Like, when are they going to get tired of winning?
Well, especially,
you know what I mean?
Especially because they're in such a tough division.
Well, listen, you're going to get a bunch of tweets.
They've been trying to catch up with the New England Patriots.
It's not their fault.
He's going to get a bunch of tweets with winning percentages and stuff like that. And people are going to try and disprove that, but I think you're right about that. But the human nature element of it, you know, before Mike Giardi was here at NFL Network, when he was just a twinkle in our NFL Network eye, I had to go up there and cover the Patriots at the start of training camp a couple of years ago after they won the Super Bowl. And they were literally out of room at the top of the stadium for their banners. They didn't expect to win that many banners, I guess, okay? So they were constructing more room to put more banners, and they were also expanding their Hall of Fame. And in the same building, they're starting training camp, and Bill Belichick is telling them, what you did last year doesn't matter. While the players are walking in and seeing
new construction,
and they're buying into it. Like, so you talk about human nature not setting in. That was the epitome of it to me, that I couldn't believe these players like, yeah, this guy's absolutely right. Excuse me, construction worker who's putting up more space for our banners.
Yeah, it's amazing that it's been this long, too. Like, when you think about when it first started, it's when the Patriots beat the Rams in the Super Bowl, and it'll be 17 years to the day. I mean, it's all kind of full circle.
It's all full circle, and in an age and in a sport where the alpha athlete, the guy that's, you know, out there ready to always show how dominant he is. Bill Belichick, when you come to New England, he kind of calms that down. You're a part of the whole. And I think the fact that he coaches Tom Brady, the best player on their team, like everybody else, he doesn't get a pass.
Oh, he doesn't.
He does not get a pass. And Steve, you know, in certain organizations, sometimes the best player always gets a pass. Not with the New England Patriots. They challenge Tom Brady just like everybody else. Well, I'm just saying you're the only other player up here.
I'll just make sure.
I'm not saying you got special.
Entrapment! Hey, real quick, one of the things, I was talking to my boys, and they were in my room, And they said, oh, Dad, look at this. And something came back to me. So New England Patriots are playing the Rams 17 years ago. Now, I think 12 years ago, the New England Patriots played the Carolina Panthers. So the New England Patriots played an NFC South team. And then when I signed on to the network, the New England Patriots, I think 13 years later, were playing another NFC South team in the same place they played another NFC South team 12 years ago, the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, my gosh.
And they beat them, too.
The universe
in the fourth quarter.
It
is unbelievable how
you
well
get a break,
they are.
otherwise there'll be plenty of time.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Whenever y'all say
It's
go,
awesome.
I'll go.
Well, let's go.